Tammy. If you are watching right now, this is the replay. We are no longer live, but welcome. I am making the Becca bag today. This is a restock. Happy Thursday. How is everybody doing? Hey, Sarah. It's Thursday. Just getting my crossbody strap prepped so I can sew it. Hey. Oh, thanks. It's a little chilly here this morning. Hello. Hey, Erica. Every time I see you put Becca with all those exclamation points, I'm like, Erica, in my mind. Hi. Okay, so I am doing a Becca handbag, which is this right here. It is a restock. So it is available for purchase. If anybody is interested, it is on my website, which is linked in my profile. Hey Frida. So I know the pictures on the website. This is the We the People Becca. I know the pictures are a little dark, but it is a navy coordinating vinyl. It looks kind of black on the website. I've gotten a couple of emails of people asking me about that. All right, so my crossbody strap is all folded. We are ready to go. I cut it about 56 inches long, and the measurements for all of the pattern pieces are in the pattern, which I also sell. This is my personal pattern. Hi. Hey. All right, so I've got it all folded up. Let's get it sewn. It's so long, I usually throw it right over my shoulder. Just watch YouTube. We're back. I know I went live yesterday twice. The morning one was because I did not go live on Tuesday, which I normally do. And then yesterday afternoon my time, like evening y'all's time, I was sewing. And I was like, well, let me just hop on live. So there were two that were posted on YouTube yesterday. Hey, Tammy. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. I know you were having Wi-Fi issues. I like that view too. Any tips for the straps? Mine keep twisting. Don't put a lot of pressure on it when you're sewing it. Usually if they get twisted, it's the first stitch where you're holding them together. So just kind of let it free flow. Don't put a lot of pressure on it. You should just be like lightly holding it down. And double-sided tape really helps. You can also clip it. So I just kind of fold it, but if you wanted to do this first piece by just clipping it all the way down, that way you know it shouldn't twist up. Usually twisting is because your tension is a little too high, or because it's not lined up correctly. What are you wearing today? It's just like a half a hoodie. It's just a little chilly here this morning. It's still like 10 a.m. Story of my life. Ugh. My internet usually goes super slow, like right around 5 o'clock. That's That's usually when everyone's getting home from work and they take all the bandwidth. All right. I like the angle of the light yesterday afternoon. Yeah, exactly. I like doing it that way too. That way I don't have to get dressed or put on any makeup because you don't see me. All right. So here is the crossbody strap all stitched front and back. And now I'm going to add the hardware. So I have 2 lobster clasps that swivel. It's important to get a swivel one. That way it doesn't get hooked on anything. It's just more free flowing. Hi. All right, let me get my rivets and my press and my punch. So I'm going to slide on my, my bar's kind of stuck. There we go. My adjustable buckle. Good afternoon. Gonna need 2 medium rivets. This chair squeaks so bad. It's probably time for me to get another one. I've had it for like 3.5 years maybe. And she is worn. Are the babies blocked out of the room? No. They can come in and out. Our guest bedroom is downstairs, and my husband goes in there to read his Bible in the morning just because it's like the quietest place in the house. And this morning when he left the room, he left the door cracked. So I don't know, like an hour ago, I was downstairs cleaning and I shut the door because that guest bedroom door just stays closed so the dogs don't get in there. And then like maybe 5 minutes right before I jumped on live, I heard this whining. And I was like, what in the world is going on? Butters was in the guest bedroom underneath the bed and I locked her in there. So she's probably hiding from me right now. Alright, so I added one of the lobster clasp. It's just suspended. It's not clipped down. And then the other one is clipped to the end. Add our rivets. Done with that. Set the rivet, and then the crossbody strap is done. Mama saved me, right? I have a Silky Terrier. She's full-blooded, and then I have a mix. Let me think of what she is. She's just a mix. All right, I'm gonna set the crossbody strap aside. She is my the dog that gives me the most problems. All right, let me start with the interior. You made it early. We just started, Natalie. So you are right on time. All right, so this bag has a interior zipper pocket and a dual slip pocket. So I already installed the zipper. So we're doing the We the People print, and then the coordinating vinyl is a navy blue. It's dark. I know on the website it looks black, but it's a dark navy blue. And then the interior is this really pretty stars with a pop of red. So let's start with the dual slip pocket. She said makes a good girl. She's like a Pomeranian mix. I think it's called Pomimo. Pomeranian, and what's the Mimo? I don't know. I like the stars too. Yeah, this is like, I have a whole collection right here of this print. It's actually one of my more popular ones. All right, so the dual slip pocket essentially gets sewn down the middle to create the sections on it. It also gets an accent of vinyl on the top of it. So I just drew a line down the center. I'm going to take off the backing of the double-sided tape. And then line the top of this pocket a little short of that center line, press it in the tape, and then fold it over. Okay, and then I'm going to do 2 stitches, one on the bottom, one on the top. I was saying this yesterday, I think the pattern just calls for 1 stitch, but when you purchase a pattern from anybody, whether it's me or any other pattern designers, you can always change it up. So the pattern calls for the 1 stitch on the bottom right here. I'm going to do another one on the top. Be creative. I just like the look of it a little bit better. You can kind of see those 2 stitches. This is not a custom order. This is a restock. Thanks, Danny D. I didn't see you. I'm going to hit the sides with my lighter. Grab the panel, center that on the bottom. I like to pin it in place. You can clip the bottom. You can't really clip the sides, obviously. But the pins just, for me, work a little bit better. I'm just going to add 2 to each side. That'll let this stay in place while I sew it on. What's the difference between cork leather and faux leather? Cork is made from trees. So it just has a different feel to it, texture. It's made differently. Thanks, Mina Love. I didn't see you jump on either. So I'm going to sew down one side and then the other. Going to draw a line down a small part. It's not going to be the center. I mean, you could center it and make 2 of the same pocket, same size pockets. I like to leave one a little bit bigger and then one a little bit smaller for like pins. Hi. This is a friction pen, so the ink is removable. I'm just going to run my iron over it, and that takes the ink away. Okay, so here is what we're looking like for our dual pocket. The lighting is terrible. So this is a larger pocket. You can get your whole hand in here. And then here's a smaller one for, like I said, pens. 1 or 2 cigarettes. Lip gloss, whatever. I'm just kidding on the cigarettes part. All right, now I'm going to add the bottom. This is going to be the interior of the bag. Thanks, Nancy. right, so here's one side of the interior, and then we have the bottom. Some people top stitch. I don't think that it's necessary, but by all means, do you. Then I'm going to take the other interior side and sew the bottom on. Hi, Tara. All right, so now we have both sides and the bottom stitched on, and then we're just gonna add the sides. So I use cotton for all of my lining, and I interface all of it with SF101. I also use Profuse, which is the same thing. It's a woven interface. I get it from Wawak. Once I get back to the mainland and I have more room, I am going to start ordering woven interface from a supplier and ordering like hundreds of yards at a time. That's usually the only way that you can get it from a supplier. And I'm not sure if I want to sell it yet or if I just want to keep it, just because I use a ton of it. I use it on everything. All right, sides are stitched on, and then the last step is just to sew our sides to the front and the back. So I'm just gonna line it up and sew. Hello there. Do I have a move date? Yeah. It is like the middle of June. Do I know where we're going yet? No. I do not. My husband actually just got an email from the moving department, I want to say like 3 days ago. We went out to dinner to celebrate. Okay, so that is one side stitched on, and I'm going to do the exact same thing with the other side. Do you sell pouches for pencils? I do not. I used to sell it was called a zippered bag, and it was big enough for pencils, but I don't sell it. But if you wanted to order a custom order, I could do that. But no, I don't have anything on my website. Uh-oh. Ran out of thread already. Bobbin thread. Let me just wind this bobbin really quick, and then we'll get back at it. Will you sell them by the dozen? For a custom order, yeah. But I don't offer any kind of bulk discounting on my items because they're handmade and they just take forever to make. So I don't have a machine that makes them like most suppliers that can offer some sort of discount for a bulk purchase. Do you make mini backpacks? Yeah, This one right here is the mini backpack. This is the only one that I have left on my website. Everything else really sells out. My backpacks sell out really fast. Get this set up. I just realized uploading my lives to YouTube that I don't really smile that often, and I don't know why. I don't know if I'm just more focused. Somebody said something to me the other day, like, why do you always look like you're unhappy? And I'm not. I'm actually a very happy person. But I feel like I'm thinking about the pattern. I'm thinking about how I want to respond to people's questions. So it's not that I'm mean. It's just that I forget. I forget to smile. All right, interior is all done. There's our dual slip pocket. Here is our zipper pocket. I'm going to set this aside and we can work on the exterior. Okay, let's start with our strap connectors. I'm concentrating. I notice I make faces. And you know what? I've never thought to go back and look at it to, I guess, critique myself. I don't know. I just don't think about those kind of things. Thanks, Mina Love. But like, even when people, I noticed it in the beginning when people were jumping on and I was like, hi Crystal. And it's like the inflection in my voice is there to let you know that I'm happy to see you, but not my facial expressions. So I'm going to try working on that. Yeah, RBF. 100%. You're absolutely right. All right, I'm just prepping my connectors. Hey, Holly. I'm always so, yeah, me too. I've been really trying to get better with it lately. Just try to look softer. Because my natural face is like this. Your message. Okay. I had to work on this in videos too. Isn't it crazy? Just things that you don't even think about. Okay. They are all prepped. I just cut down and, well, cut up and to the side, which gives me a nice finished edge on my connectors. And then now I'm going to add some double-sided tape to the back. So I just kind of lay them up and then go down all of them. What did I do? Oh, there we go. I changed the color of it. Where did you get your sweater, shoulder cover? Amazon. Hey, Arlene. Hi, Arlene. How are you? Okay, Holly. I have one of those in black. Yeah, I have one in white that's coming. Sometimes I get kind of cold up here because my air conditioner sits right above it, right above me, and it blows down. Sometimes I get really hot, but sometimes, like, especially lately, I've been getting kind of cold. So I just wanted a couple things, but I didn't want to like cover my entire body, just my arms. Because then I'll really be sweating in here. Okay, so here are my crossbody strap connectors. I'm also going to add a piece of double-sided tape to a piece of Peltex, which I add to the, I'll show you. I'll show you. I live in Hawaii. Hey, Deanie, can you mute Miriam? Please. I don't know if she's still here. Tammy, thank you. All right. So the crossbody strap connector, thanks Tammy, thanks. The crossbody strap connectors, I use a D-ring, where the shoulder strap connectors, I use a rectangle. So I'm going to fold this up. Add a piece of double-sided tape, put my hardware on, flip this over, and then add another piece of double-sided tape. So that is what my crossbody strap connector looks like. Aren't they fast? Oh, okay, thank you, Holly. All right. And there are two crossbody strap connectors. So here is the other one. All right. And then I'm going to grab the sides of the bag. So here is the side, and the crossbody strap connector gets attached there. Oh, I missed what you said, Tammy. I like spicy people. Spicy's fine. Annoyingly spammy, not so much. All right, so I'm just centering my crossbody strap, taking off that double-sided tape backing, so that way it is just being held in place. And then I'm going to add the Peltex to the back. That way when I stitch this on, instead of it just adhering to one layer, it's now adhering to this as well. Just got home from work. What did I miss? What are you making? I'm making a Becca bag in the We the People print. Oh, thanks. You guys are so sweet. I think right now I'm good on moderators. I mean, we don't have a ton of people. Let's be honest. Oh, thanks, Nicole. We were talking about this earlier. It was a little chilly here today. I got it from Amazon. I think it was like 20, 25 bucks, something like that. Which I would think that it would be, maybe it was a little more. Because when I bought it, I was like, man, that's really expensive for a half of a sweatshirt. Okay, now we stitch. Hi. All right, I went from sewing the inside lining to sewing layers of vinyl, so I need to increase my tension. Thanks. You could make them. I could make them. Purple rose bag. Yeah, it's available. It is under. If you go to my website, which is linked to my TikTok profile, or just straight to the website. It is under Sugar Plum Roses, so you can shop by print, and it's there. All right, crossbody strap is stitched on. So here's what it looks like stitched. And then again, the Peltex on the back just adds another layer for this to grip to. There's 2 crossbody strap connectors, one on each side of the bag. So the full weight of the bag is just going to really essentially be on 2 layers of vinyl, which is why I like to add this. Just because it gives it a little extra to hang on to. Makes it a lot stronger. Oh yeah, nobody did anything to me. Somebody was just being spammy by just repeating the same thing over and over. And then I trim it down just so there's not a lot of bulk behind here. Started watching you at maybe it's about half-assed. Oh, thanks. I've been doing it for a really long time. I'm telling you, the more you practice, I mean, just like anything, the faster and better you get. And I will say a lot of these patterns, like this pattern, I made it. So I know this pattern backwards and forwards, but I've been making these styles of bags for years. So I can literally make them, not literally, I can make them in my sleep. Figuratively. Hey! Alright. Other crossbody strap is done. I'm going to set this aside and then I'm going to work on my shoulder strap connectors, which are done the exact same way minus the Peltex. The crossbody strap we have 2. For the shoulder strap we have 4. So that's plenty of surface to grip to. Do you ever do craft shows? No. Hey Debbie. Hello. How are you? I don't. I did, I think, like 2 or 3 craft shows, craft fairs, and it was terrible. Dragging all my stuff out there, getting it set up, having to box it all and bring it home, sitting there for hours. It's not really my jam. The internet is where I find my people. Where did you get your hoodie? Amazon. Let me see. A couple of people have asked about it. Let me see if I don't know if I have Amazon on this phone. It's a good hoodie. It is it. Let me see if I can log in and just show you guys where I got it from. Oh, here we go. Your orders. Oh, my white one is coming out today. It'll be here today. Oh, here we go. Women's cropped super crop top. It's on sale for 23 bucks. There you go, if you want to take a screenshot. The back of the hoodie? Yeah. Well, that's what it looks like on the back. It's just like halfway. It just goes halfway down your back. Thanks. I figure once I go back to the mainland, like the fall or springtime, I'll probably use it a lot more. Women's winter in the office. I'm not really stylish, Kimberly. I think it was just a happy accident. I was on Amazon like a couple weeks ago. You guys know it takes 5 days for us to get our packages from Amazon here in Hawaii. 5, and I have Prime. Anyways, I'm still salty about that. And I wanted just like something, I didn't want like a sweater. I wanted something that would stay on because I move my arms a lot and I didn't want to have to keep pulling it over. So I just found this. Long story short, I just happened to come across this. Can you explain why one end is folded up and the other is raw? Yeah. Because when I fold it over, let me show you here. When I fold this over, I actually stop it about 1/4 of an inch above the bottom. So the only side that's going to show is the folded edge, and it has a finished edge. The raw edge is not going to show, so there's no need to fold that up. So that's why I do it like that. You're welcome. Okay. So here is the panel for the bag before we add our slip pocket to the front. I'm just going to measure and center these, take the backing off. Yeah, I think I can make it. I just don't know if I don't have any kind of sweatshirty material. I could definitely go get some though. Somebody else said that earlier. Okay, let's sew those down. Alrighty. I'm organizing my office craft room. Oh, cool, Nancy. Have you ever thought about adding a big zipper divider to the inside of the totes? I mean, I can on certain ones. This one I wouldn't be able to because there is a solid side to it. There's not really any way that a divider would attach to a solid piece. But like this one has a seam on the side, so a divider could be added to this style bag. The Aries, it wouldn't work because it has a solid side. So yeah, for custom orders, absolutely. On certain styles. All right. So, shoulder strap connectors are sewn on. I'm making the Becca bag in the We the People print. All right, one more. And then we are going to move on to the slip pockets. Hey Amanda, I'm good. How are you? Election time is great. I think any time is a great time for this print, personally. All right, all done. So this is the other side. Again, those are just stitched on. And then now let's do our pocket. Do I sell the Becca pattern? Yeah, it's on my website. Oh, I get Elizabeth. Oh, mine. Yeah. Oh no, you have strap. I hope you feel better. Okay, so here is the exterior pocket, and then the lining for the pocket is going to be the exact same as the interior. So if you missed that earlier, this is going to be the inside of the bag that we're making. So I use the exact same fabric for the lining on my pocket, my outside pocket. So I'm going to clip those together. Yeah, me too. Especially with that pop of red and all the blue darkness. There's going to be a pop of red at the top too with the zipper panel. I just think that it looks so good. Okay. Sew this together. I always, whenever I have directional fabric, I don't know why I always do a double take just to make sure I'm sewing it on the right side and not upside down. I'm just gonna go right behind it with the other side. I haven't accidentally put that. Alright, so now I am just flipping it over to do a top stitch. Anytime I top stitch, I like to clip down the bottom pieces so I know that they are nice and lined up. And then we're going to do a top stitch along the top of this fabric. See how it's kind of bubbly at the top? The top stitch allows it to lay nice and flat. It's so cold in here, my nose is running. Now you can see how flat and laid down that side seam is with the top stitching. So I'm going to do the exact same thing for the other pocket. At least 3 times. Yeah, I do it a lot during lives that I watch too. Because I'll like scroll up to look at somebody's comment and then I'll scroll back down and then it'll just scroll me right on out of the live. That's usually how I get out. Are you able to put a tiny heater in here? I mean, I have a heater. So in Hawaii, most houses don't even have air conditioning, but a lot of the air conditioning are called split units. So it's not like, there's not a lot of central heat and air here in Hawaii. So we have actual, they're not like window units. There are, let me see if I can show you. See that up there? Uh-oh, it's backwards for me. Split units. So mine just sits right above me and blows on me. So that does, I'm pretty sure that has a heater. I don't know if it does. I think it does. But when I turn it off, in like 5 minutes, it gets super hot. So, the struggle. All right, now we're going to add our pocket to our main panel. scoot it over just a little. Let me add my nameplate. I can never get comfortable. Yeah, same. But like today, it's kind of overcasted outside. So I don't have the heat from the sun that usually comes in. I have the AC on. I'm wrapped in a blanket. That Aries. This one? I'm just gonna singe down my little threads. And then find the center in between my two connectors. Happy 4th of July cold. Yep, that one. Still here for you, it's waiting. Okay. So this one is going to be the front of the bag. It has a matching wallet. Yes, it does. You can't get one without the other. It's just too perfect not to. No pressure. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a stay stitch around the sides and the bottom, just to hold it in place. I'm putting my thumb over my screen. I went to Hawaii 5 years ago and it was so humid. It's not normally humid. Well, I mean, I don't know. Some places it's humid, some places it's not. I don't find that there's a lot of humidity up here where I live. I live in the center of the island. But I mean, it rains every day. Usually not for a long time, for a little bit of time. It's not like a heavy rain. So but it's super sunny, right? So the water that's left behind usually dries really quick so that the humidity of the water doesn't really stay around. I don't know. But I hear from different people, like it's super humid, it's not really humid. I don't know. Passing showers, right? Somebody told me when I first moved here that where I live, you'll get like a spitting in the face every day. And it's really like that. It's like such a fine mist. It's not heavy at all. I mean, sometimes we get heavy rain, but most days that it rains, it's just like the finest little mist. All right, so I'm just going to add the bottom to the front panel and sew that down. Sounds like watching this. Hey, Miss Nisi. I get the same response. That part is always going crazy. Okay, so now I'm going to open it up and do a top stitch on the edge of the bottom. Thanks, Audrey. Then I'm going to grab the back and do the exact same thing. So the bottom. and then open it up and do a top stitch. Just thought we should make sure it says 18 butters. That would be sweet. Just now bought the people. Oh, nice. It's a great print. Okay, so here is what the top stitching on the bottom looks like. So we have, just like the interior, it's just outside. We have the sides, and then we have the bottom, and then now we have the front and back and the bottom. Now we're going to add the sides. These are the sides that we added our crossbody strap on. Crossbody connector. Where did I live before Hawaii? I lived in Texas for a year. Okay, so now we are going to sew the sides to the front and the back. So I'm going to clip it together first. Make sure everything is nice and lined up. And then sew them down. If you could get assigned to your dream place, where would it be? Texas. I really enjoyed it. I lived in Austin. I didn't really enjoy living in Austin, but we spent a lot of time up north in like Dallas, Fort Worth area. I really enjoyed that. We like sporting events, so they have a couple of different basketball teams. And they have the Cowboys, which I'm not a Cowboys fan. Let me clear that up. But we did go to the Cowboys Stadium to watch other teams play. But in Hawaii, there's nothing like that here. I think T-Pain came to concert a week ago. Is this after you like... Is this after you add the legs on the bottom? I'm not sure what you mean. Pick 75. I'm from Texas, not in San Antonio. Anytime. One of my husband's really good friends, he was living here. He recently moved off island. But he would come over in his Dallas Cowboy shirts and paraphernalia, and I would be like, babe, how can you let him in his house with that shirt on, like right in front of us, or right in front of him? He knows that I was not a Cowboy fan. Okay, so we have the sides clipped to the front and the back, and then now I'm going to sew that down. Little pegs, I don't know what they're called. I'm so sorry, I'm not sure what you mean. Can somebody help me out? Who am I a fan of? We've had a tough couple years, I will preface that, but I feel like we're still in the rebuilding phase. I'm a Giants fan. Ever since Eli Manning left, we've been in a rebuilding phase. That was quite a while ago. Oh, is that what you're asking, the purse feed? I'm sorry. Yeah, it's not in this bag. The Dodgers. Yeah, the Cowboys are in the same conference, the NFC East as us. So they're an automatic rival. This bag does sit completely flat. There's no purse feet on this one. Yeah, here Eagles. They're a rival too. Ravens are a team and they're the best. I mean, you guys have had a great quarterback. Not much to look at, but he is a great quarterback. Steelers fan. We live in Dodgers country and have many friends who cheer for them. That's another thing about being in Hawaii watching football. It comes on so early. It comes on at like 7 a.m. I think. I think it's 7. Where's that first person of the game? Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to sew open my no, not now. I'm going to set this aside and work on my zipper. That's what we'll go and do. We get to watch football, yeah, at a decent time. I mean, we have football here or to watch on TV. It's just so early. Boy, I remember those days, right? It's like we usually get to watch a little bit of a game, go to church, come home, and then like the 8 o'clock game is on. 49ers fan. Yeah, there's no football in Connecticut. My cheers on the Chiefs of Kansas City. The 2 teams. Kansas City Chiefs are great. I went to Kansas City to watch the Giants play them. They're supposed to have the loudest stadium in the NFL. It was hot, but it was fun. Detroit Lions. Okay, so I just sewed open the sides of my zipper, and it just gives it a really nice finish once it's laying in the zipper panel. So I'm going to trim that down, just getting off the excess. Hit it with my lighter and then add it to the panel, or create a panel that it sits in. Buffalo Bills. I haven't heard Buffalo Bills in a long time. The Chiefs. Denver Broncos. I used to be able to tell you every quarterback for every team. I just haven't really watched it that much since we've lived here in Hawaii. Just because of the time. Raiders, which are now in Vegas. We're talking about going to Vegas in October, and we're gonna try to see a game, but I'm not sure if the week that we're there the Raiders are home or if they're on the road. Jets fan. I have a 49er Cowboy fan. I can't afford it. Yeah, I have a brother and a sister that are Eagle fans, Philadelphia Eagles, and then I have another brother that is a Redskins fan. So we're all in the same conference, but Sunday the meme war usually goes super crazy in the group chat. Alright, so I just lined my zipper up in between 2 pieces of vinyl, and then now I'm just going to add the backing to them. Do you read? If so, what are your current faves? I don't read as much as I would like. I used to love Patricia Cornwell, Dean Koontz, like fictional thriller novels, I guess. but I'm not as big as I used to be in reading. Where are you usually from? Virginia. I grew up in Virginia. I know it doesn't make sense, but the first guy that I really ever dated really seriously, he was a Giants fan, and he taught me everything that I knew that I know now about football, and so I just kind of took over his love for the Giants. October. Yeah, and I think we're going for my husband's birthday, which is like around the 20th. Hampton Roads, Virginia. Okay, so the back is clipped in place, and then now I'm going to stitch down, across, and then up. Oh, Lynchburg. I have a sister that lives up in Northern Virginia too. Each other, yeah. I mean, you have to. My light just went out. I was wondering why it was dark all of a sudden. Alright, so this side is stitched in. Let me see if I can show you. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing over here. Holly, I'm making a Becca. All right. Panel is all done. Just need to trim a little bit of this side. So remember how we opened up the zipper so it kind of rounded at the end? This is why, because it just lays in that panel so nice. And then now I just need to add a zipper end. Just pressing that into the tape. Double-sided tape is a lifesaver if you sew. And then I'm just going to sew a rectangle to adhere that to the zipper, and then I'm going to trim it down just a little bit. I like to cut mine a little bit bigger these days, and then cut it down to size. It's just something I do. Let me just hit that with my lighter. That's the back. All right, so that is our zipper. So now what we're going to do is take the outside, turn it right side out, and add our zipper. Does your husband work from home? No. Nope, he is not allowed to work from home. All right, I'm just putting my connectors, just flipping those down so I don't stitch over them. Side connector 2. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay the panel up along the front and the back of the bag, and then we're going to do a stay stitch just to hold it in place. This is not its final stitching. And then while I'm doing this, I'm going to sew open my side seams. All right, flip it over. All right. Well, I just ordered that. Finally, you're gonna love it. Thanks, Dan. What are the measurements of this bag? The final measurements of this bag, I don't know off the top of my head, and it's not done, so I can't give it to you, but I'll give it to you as soon as I'm done, or you can just go to my website. They are in the listing. I ship to Australia, Canada, and there's one more. Someone help me out. Thank you for doing this. I'm taking the weekend off. Oh, awesome, Renee. All right. Renee, is this going to be the first time that you're making a Becca? I will say that the measurements are right around 12 and a half by 10 and a half. No, I kept myself. Oh, Merry Christmas. Okay, what do you know? Crossover strap work with on the back of it? Yeah. Sure can. The crossbody strap is removable, so it gets clipped on to this side. So you can take off, it comes with a faux leather, a matching faux leather crossbody strap, but if you wanted to switch it out for like one of these crossbody straps, you can absolutely do it because it's detachable. Australia, UK, and Canada. Thanks. Thank you guys. I always forget about the UK. Okay, so the zipper panel is just stitched in place. And then now what we're going to do is turn this right side out. Thanks, Darlene. All right, totally inside out. Grab our lining that we made earlier, turn this right side out. We are going to make sure that our zipper pocket is open. So this is going to be sewn inside out, and we're going to use the zipper pocket to turn it right side out. So I'm going to tuck this into this. Make sure my hardware's down. And then I'm going to start with my side seams and match those up and clip them together. Iron on. Okay, so I start with my sides and then I'm going to go ahead and just clip the front and back together. All right, now we sew everything. Let me grab some water. All right, let's do it. Back to the beginning. Done. So our interior and exterior are stitched together, and now we're going to turn it right side out. I'm done with this bag. Could you please pop on that? Yeah. This one right here on this bag. Is that what you're asking, Kim? Alright, so I'm going into that zippered pocket that I told you we're going to turn it right side out of. And I'm going to start with the bottom. I'm going to get those corners pushed in. Yes, okay. You got it. And then we're going to push and roll. Nice and slow so we don't stress that zipper pocket out. Alright, and now we're just going to straighten out the exterior. And turning this whole bag into from this little bitty pocket right here, you will get wrinkles, especially on the bottom. We're going to stick an iron down on the inside and get those wrinkles out. You cannot iron vinyl, it will melt it. Birthing time, I wish it was that easy. I know, and quick, right? Thanks. This is available for sale. This is a restock. So from the time I went live, I did add it so that someone could buy it if they wanted it. I'm not sure if it's sold or not yet. So now I'm just clipping down my seam so that I can do a top stitch all the way around. Nice and stress-free. Just joining all the guys. Oh, thanks. The hoodie is making a splash today. Hey, Kirsty. Have you ever made a medium-sized satchel bag? Yes. Swoon has one. I can't remember the name. It's been so long since I've made it. But yeah, I have. Gosh, what is the name of that? I don't know. I can't remember. Thank you guys. All right, so I've got my seam just clipped down, and then now what I'm going to do is sew my zipper pocket shut. This is the pocket we turned it right side out of. Did you ever start making some of your older bags again? Yeah, I was actually thinking about that today. I've got this really cute, it's kind of like a wallet that I used to make. I was actually thinking about that this morning, about getting a pattern together to sell the pattern and start selling items in that style. Should be at the gym. It's almost done. The rose material with the pink you used for a client was so pretty. The rose with the pink. Oh yeah, the flower garden. I have another one coming up probably next week. I'm going to be making that live. It is a large backpack. So this is the mini, but she ordered a large and she ordered a couple of other things and she wanted to watch it made live. So my fabric should be here on Monday and I'll be making hers live too. So now what I'm going to do is stick the iron down on the inside to get those wrinkles out. Hit it with a little steam. Have you moved stateside yet? No. Not until June. Oh, Vicky. It's for Vicky. Your fabric should be here on Monday. So that's usually enough to get out those wrinkles on the bottom. I went back and looked at stuff on Facebook. Yeah. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of stuff that I really want to do. So what I thought about doing is holding off on custom orders next month and maybe even shutting down my lives just so I can get some new patterns out and get some new styles out. But I'm not 100% sure about that, so don't tell anybody. But that's what I was thinking. All right, let me get my tension up. All right, coming back to the start. Then I'm going to, I did a back stitch. Singe my little threads. I have to get under this light because my eyesight is so poor. All right. Top stitching is all done. So now we just need to add the shoulder straps. And the crossbody strap. So let me grab these. Tension up. Do you turn the dial to the left? I turn it to the right. I turn it to the right to turn my tension up. All right, so I'm just going to first clip my shoulder straps in place to make sure that they're nice and even. And then I'm going to secure them with some rivets. Get my punch. How do I make butterfly places? Hey, I'm good. You make bags? Yes, I do. Bags, wallets, notebook holders, all kinds of things. Ah, I almost lost my rivet. Your rivets keep bending? Strange. Bending how? When you set them, if they're not setting correctly, usually you're using the wrong size rivet. You're probably using a size too large. Getting squashed. So that's the purpose of them. When you set your rivet, it actually squashes the post into the top. So this right here is the post, and then here is the other cap. If you notice the top of the post, it has two little dents on either side, and that's because that top squishes into your cap. If it's bending after you set them, it's usually because your rivet is too large for the project. So there's a lot of extra room on that shaft, on that post that's exposed. And that's why your rivet is bending, usually. The only other thing that I can think of is they're poor quality rivets. If you're using the correct size and they're still bending, it's usually because they're poor quality. Most of the time it's just because you're using a larger rivet than you need to. I get mine from Tandy Leather. They're really good. I think I've always used Tandy Leather as my rivets ever since I started bag making. Okay, those are on. Let me set them. Get this out of the way. And then here is the crossbody strap that it comes with, but I know somebody asked to see the other one. So I'm going to put this one on and then I'll grab the other one and show you what it looks like. All right, so here is the Becca bag with the crossbody strap. These are giant slip pockets. Fully lined. You have a zipper opening, and then you have your large zipper pocket on one side, and then your dual slip pocket on the other. So here's the smaller, and then here is the larger slip pocket. Thank you. How long have I been doing this? Like almost 8 years. And let me grab the other. iron going off, you guys. It went off the other day and somebody got really freaked out by it. Not bad. Not bad at all. So if you're interested in purchasing this bag, but you want this strap instead, I would highly recommend to buy it now and then send me an email to switch out. My mail's already run for today, so I won't be packing up any orders until tomorrow morning. So there's plenty of time for me to switch it out before it actually goes out to you. But I only have one. This is my only one. I don't even have any more of this fabric for the Becca. So if you're interested in it, buy it now and then send me an email, info@butterbags.com, to switch out the crossbody strap. There's no additional charge if you switch it out. If you want the regular one and then you want to add this one, then there'll just be a small charge. Okay, that's it. That's it for me. I have a ton of stuff to do today. I have some horse zip around wallets that I have to do, but I need to do my credit card. You guys know how like whenever I make a wallet, the credit card slots are already done. That's usually because I have to do some on my domestic, some sewing on my domestic machine and some of the sewing on my industrial machine. So I have to kind of go back and forth. So I prepped these yesterday afternoon and then I'm probably going to sew them up today. But here's kind of how I do I do it in bulk whenever I'm doing my credit card panel. So there's 8 here that I have to get through. So right now it's just folded up and clipped in place. And then I have to do the stitches on each row, and then I have to add the side panels. That's the stuff that needs to get done on my domestic machine, or else I would just do them now, but I have to kind of go back and forth. But somebody has been asking about a mini horse zip around wallet, and I had ordered the fabric a little while ago and I've had it, I just haven't had a chance to do it. So I have 4 of these that I need to get done, but like I said, I need to do a lot of this off camera. So if you were interested in this mini zip around wallet, it'll be available tomorrow morning. And if you're in my Facebook group, I'll make a post as soon as it's available so you can grab yourself one of these. It's the same print on both sides. But I just have to finish it up, take pictures of it, and then post it to my website. And this is our last live of the week. I won't see you guys again until Tuesday. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. Hey Lisa, hi and bye. We're jumping off, but I'm going to upload this to my YouTube channel later this afternoon. So if you're following me, you can follow me here. You can follow me on Instagram. You can go to my profile on TikTok and click on the Instagram link right underneath the follow button. That'll give you my Instagram and my YouTube. So if you want to watch any of my prior lives that I've done over the last couple of months, they're available on my YouTube channel. Oh, it's okay. This will be available on my YouTube, Lisa. Made up for RBF. Thanks. Appreciate it. All right, y'all have a great weekend, and I will see you again on Tuesday. Bye.